Hey guys, how's it going? Just checking in with you for seminar number 3 on how to be a recruited athlete. Hopefully last week you watched Trevor Lang's installment of the importance of our presentation and what the product should look like and how important it is to be sending a top quality product to the coaches and colleges of your choice. And I hope you watch my segment on the importance of in-season recruiting. Now I know I promised you guys that I was going to go over a junior specific recruiting this week. However, just because of the emails I've received, the phone calls I've received, all the questions I got were pertaining to in-season recruiting, and I feel like I haven't touched upon the importance of in-season recruiting enough. And I think that because the seniors are actually living it right now, and some of the people that are maybe a little bit behind the 8 ball, I think I could really continue to help you guys stay informed throughout this process and just answer some questions on film of some questions that I've received in the last week or so. So today, I'm going to go over, again, the importance of in-season recruiting, what we should be doing on some of our visits, and then obviously I'm a man of my word that I will come back when the season's over. Trevor and I decide we're going to do another 4-part webinar on the importance of junior recruiting, on how to be informed for that process, as this has been a pretty big hit and I think people seem to enjoy it. So I hope you learn a lot today. And here we go. All right, guys, as a follow-up to video number 1 and the importance of a mid-season highlight tape, I can't stress enough, and this is something that we're living now, that a mid-season highlight tape really should be called first 3 game highlight tape. You can include your scrimmages, you can include the first 3 games. If you don't have enough then, you can stretch it to 4. But I talked about you want to be the first person on campus to be seen, all right? 2 more plays is probably not going to make the difference. If you don't have enough, yeah, you can stretch it maybe to 5 games. But it truly should be a first 3 game plus scrimmages highlight. If you have a blowout game, you play awesome, and you want to send that full game footage or half of that game footage to schools, that's great. You know, the thing is with this is that you have to take a little bit of the emotion out of it. You should allow your positional coach, you should allow your somebody that, not your dad, not yourself, but maybe a coach and maybe a professional, maybe it's us that watches your footage and looks at it subjectively to say, these are your best plays, these are the plays that are going to entice a potential recruiter. And again, the speed in which the schools get the videos mean more than the amount of volume of plays. Remember, we're going to send them new content at the end of the season, so it's important to note that every week you delay the process, it's just somebody else is, sending their film and getting that unofficial visit or that official visit offer. So it's really important to get the videos out in a timely fashion if possible. Now, with that said, another review of episode number 1 and 2 is, at this point, the regulation of your social media is so important. I can't stress it enough. I see kids that, fall by the wayside because of, a rated R social media presence. Keep it PG. And again, if you can't keep it PG, you can't have social media at all. Don't spurn your chance of being a college football player because you want to post a stupid picture of yourself. Okay? Be smart, be reasonable, and just keep it PG. All right? All right, guys. So today it's October 20th. All right, and by now, all of our mid-season highlight tapes should be done. They should be posted, they should be shared, they should be in the hands of my guidance counselor, my coach, my positional coach, my strength and conditioning coach, and we're trying to get it back out there to as many people as possible. All right, obviously the list should be a little bit condensed by this point. We're not casting a 30 or 40 school list here, but the emails sent to college coaches should take a personal interest in how they're doing. You need to act like you care, and attending their university, no matter where it is your utmost priority to actually get onto campus. And getting onto campus is important, because it's not like camping there for the summer. It's not like taking just an on-campus tour with your parents for an hour and eating lunch there. It's really important now. We want to secure official visits and unofficial visits and overnight visits at those universities. It's the only way if that school is for you. So it's important to take some time and send emails that pertain to those schools. Look, you need to sell yourself that being there and being a part of their team is your utmost priority. That's very, very important. Next, I talked a little bit about on-campus visits. Don't be lazy. If a coach says, hey, Dan, we'd love to have you on campus for a game, and we'd love to have you over for an overnight trip, and you get these from 4, 5, 6, 7 schools, that's awesome. Don't be lazy and be like, you know what, I don't really want to go. Even if it is one of your safety schools, how do you know you don't want to go? Go, we want to make sure at the end of the day we have the most options possible. You can never have too many options in this recruiting process. Now, it's important to note that for Division I schools, that's FBS, FCS, and Division II schools, you get a maximum of 5 official overnight visits. That's where everything is paid for, and you only get 5 of those. Okay, unofficial visits over the summer, something that you foot the bill yourself. You could take as many of those as you want. But when a school says we are going to offer you an official visit, which is excellent, they are assuming the cost for everything that weekend for you and a parent or guardian. Okay, so you get 5 of those. So you need to be regulated with where you pick. You got to keep it 5 or less. Now, with Division III schools, they will call them official overnight visits. However, you get an unlimited amount of unofficial visits to Division III schools. So take as many as you want. All right, guys, after the visit dates have been secured, you've been on some visits, and it's time to make a decision, it's important to remove the emotion from this decision. Try to make it as business-like. We keep referring back to this because this is your first real business decision, and this decision will, for better or worse, influence a good majority of your life. Okay, this is the network of people you're going to know, the coaches you're going to know, and you just need to take the emotion away from the process. Now, after all of our visits are done, it's important to send a thank you, which isn't done enough, to the coaches for allowing you to be there, allowing you to spend time with their team, and taking a personal interest in you. Okay, with the college coaching carousel, me personally, I had 3 offensive coordinators in 5 years, 3 offensive line coaches in 3 years, and 2 head coaches. Believe me, those guys resurface in other points in my life where I see them. I have not burned any bridges. Although, might butt heads with a coach, you always need to be respectful to the coach at the end of the day, and it's important to send a thank you whether or not you're going to go to those schools. So then, when making the actual decision, I'd come home, and with your inner circle of people, the guidance counselors, the coaches, your family, maybe close friends, it's important to have the decision of, okay, do I like the people that go to that school? Could I see myself being there? How far away is the school? Do the academics fit my profile and my needs for what I want to study in school? Do I like the facilities? Do I like the dining hall? I mean, throw it all into the pot and create a flow chart for each school. And the school that has the most pros, that's probably where you should go. Obviously, I'm a gut instinct guy. Go with your gut, but also if you're having trouble, these charts will absolutely help you. It's something I do in this office with people all the time to help them try to weed through, the pros and cons of wherever they're looking to go. Now, lastly, if you do go on a visit, all right, and you don't currently hold an offer, and a school makes an offer, a financial offer to you, your process needs to be expedited, where you can't just kind of mull things over. And this is with Division III schools as well. You want to make the decision process as quickly as possible. Signing day is February 3rd. I would look to make my decision well before that. first week of January. Take your visits in December, try to back them up, weekend to weekend to weekend, all through the holidays, and look to make that decision first week of January, second week of January. That's the latest I'd go. If a school offers you full scholarship, partial scholarship, anything, and you don't already hold an offer, that's something that obviously needs to be heavily weighted by the family. But it is important to note that coaches will pressure you to take the offer. They'll say, look, you got to make the decision in the next 24 hours, next 48 hours. I wouldn't take that lightly, as they can bring in a new recruit 2 days later, and if they can offer that same scholarship to that student athlete and he takes it and gives a verbal on the spot, your scholarship offer could be pulled out from underneath you. So this is where it gets a little bit dicey. I'm going to go over this a lot more in depth for our juniors, because this process really starts in the spring and summer. But if you are a senior and you get offered at this point, this late in the recruiting game, you have to understand, especially if you don't have a lot of leverage where other schools have offered you, you need to really expedite the decision-making process with you and your inner circle of people. Now, I hope you guys like what you saw here today. I hope these have been informative, as we did hear a lot of feedback from people. We did get a ton of questions. I did actually have 3 in-house visits here the week after we did the video. I think Trevor did an amazing job. Our teams this year, our on-site filming has been excellent. The mid-season highlight films are awesome. Make sure to check out our YouTube page. It's varsityhighlights.tv to check out some of our mid-season highlight work. We're going to have tons of end-of-season videos coming out. Make sure to tune in next week, as Trevor's going to do part 4 and wrap up this webinar. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter and follow along. And I hope you guys like what you see. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Thanks, guys.